You're listening to RainierAvenueRadio.world.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. We're continuing our coronavirus special. Well, actually, we've been doing this since March 13th. We want to bring you important information, updates about the impact of the coronavirus on our community, South Seattle, neighboring communities. But we also want to bring some really good, as they say, good stories. And this is one of those times and efforts. I've been asked to host. I'm John Yasutake, and we have a special guest who has a really, really great story to tell, and also an invitation to come in and join her. And I will get into that a little bit later. But is it Charalyn Easton? Is that pronouncing it correct?
It's Charalyn.
Charalyn, very nice, yeah. Charalyn. I see you got your crew behind you.
Oh yeah, yep. And they're ready.
Well, again, our special is dealing with the pandemic and the impact on the community, but also this is one of those really feel-good stories. You reached out, we somehow made connections with you, and we're going to get into what you're doing, but she's operating what you would call a haunted house, and again, I'll bring it into focus. In South Seattle, and we're going to talk about the kinds of things that she set up. But Tony asked me to do this, Tony Benton, our director, and I said, well, yeah, this would really be a change of pace, and like I said, a real feel-good story, because you're doing this literally, Charalyn, out of the goodness of your heart. I mean, this is something you decided to do. So, because in response to the COVID, in response to the pandemic, is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
And had you done this ever before?
Not a haunted house. I had quite a few decorations up last year, but this is the first year I'm doing a haunted house.
Well, I kind of read somewhere in a little bit about your bio, you were those are the kinds of things that you were not necessarily enamored about, that kind of frightened you and kind of made you, I guess the best way to describe it is that you had second thoughts about going to visit. Hey, did you ever visit a haunted house when you were a kid, or any of those fun houses where they had the spooky creatures and all that stuff? Was that something that you liked to do? Oh, you did?
I always loved going to the haunted houses. And that was like one of the best parts of Halloween, was the haunted houses and the decorations, And
so my understanding is that you've got this whole setup. It's at 1200 South 100th Street. Is that the correct address?
Yes, that's correct.
South 100th Street. We're going to talk about that one, and you have hours of operation. We'll get into that. So some of the displays, some of your creatures, I'll call them creatures, or your homies, they're animatronics, which means they're electrically operated, correct?
Yes,
animatronically? Correct.
Yeah.
So how did that come about? Did you design them or buy them and redecorate them and all that kind of stuff, or what? How did that happen?
Well, I got most of them on the Spirit Halloween website, and then Party City.
Mm-hmm.
They have some of the best ones out there. I usually look for all the good ones that I can get. I'm getting about like 6 more new ones this year, so I'll have like 15 to 18 actually, I think, this year.
Well, they're not cheap.
No, definitely not.
There's some expense. So you're doing this again out of the good. Are you asking people for donations, or
no? Not at all.
If somebody wants to give you something, though, I mean, please, you would accept it. Someone say, "Hey, well, let me help you. At least defray some of the costs," right? You would accept that? Yes.
I might, yeah. If somebody offered, but I'm not asking for anything. It's just all free. I just want the kids to have something fun.
Well, they'll certainly have fun, but they'll also probably get scared out of their wits. So that's good. I guess that's good too. But, but like I said, as a kid, did you like getting scared, going to these places and people jump out at you, that kind of thing?
Oh yes, yeah. That was one of the best parts, because I knew it was all fake, so it was just all for fun. That's what I looked forward to the most. And when you're an adult and you think back on Halloween, you always remember those houses that were really decorated nice. Right. Good children memories. So, that's what I'm hoping that it'll do for the kids.
So you have who's your partner in crime on this venture?
My husband.
Yeah. Is he the bigger kid? Is he the biggest kid of all?
Oh
Probably.
yeah, for sure. He's
It seems
excited
like
too
it.
when it comes to decorating. He has
Yeah,
a lot of good ideas and he helps me with it because he's really tall, so he can help me with
yeah,
things like that.
yeah. I saw the photo. He actually towers over you. You know,
Yeah, he
yeah,
does.
quite a bit taller, right? Well, that's great. So when did you first do this? When did you first come up with this idea about doing this?
Well, it was about uh when I realized that the kids weren't going to be back in school, which
Mhm.
was August about,
Right.
I started thinking, well, what's going to happen when it comes to Halloween? If a
All
lot of kids
right.
go trick or treating, our house is going to be open even. So, I didn't want the kids being let down in the neighborhood. So I figured, I can do a haunted house and then at least the kids can have something they can look forward to, in case there's not even houses that are giving candy out this year. And I
Hmm.
have a daughter too, so wanted her to have something fun too.
So do they have to keep social distancing? In other words, they have to space themselves as they go through, or yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be standing at like a very safe distance away
Okay.
from the entrance because I have a fenced yard, so I'll be standing, like 8 feet away, probably something like that. And I'm gonna have like large tubs out with candy gift bags. I'm
Ah,
just gonna
very good.
have the kids grab them as they go in, and then I'll let families go in, like one family at a
Right.
time.
Okay.
And I'll make like road cones or something that'll signify a line in case there's a lot of people,
Hmm.
so people can space out.
Hmm. Very nice. Very, very nice. So, is there an age restriction? I mean, I'm not a young kid anymore, but I mean, will I, if I come
No,
up there,
there's
will
definitely no age restriction.
so
Anybody
you,
can.
so you won't kick me out of the line, will you? You're too old.
No, definitely not. And you can even still have some candy too.
Oh, hey, that's even the best thing. So this is a great idea. Like I said, so how do you set up? I mean, I know you have to have electrical, right? You have to do the wire. You got to get the wirings and extension cords, and right? That kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah. A good thing though is most of the animatronics they just take batteries.
Ah, okay, I see. Okay.
But for the lighting and stuff, I'll have extension cords set up. But I'm gonna make sure that there's a clear path for
Mhm.
everybody to walk, so they're not gonna trip over anything. And I'm gonna make like a little spooky fence that kind of like makes a pathway through the whole yard in the haunted house, and then everything will be inside, like like behind it, so that no kids or anything is gonna trip, but they'll still get scared.
Wow, that would be great. I mean, I hope we can cover it. I mean, it'd be great if I could take some video of walking through there. But I mean, you got the clown from It. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I know it. And then you've got, was it Friday the 13th behind you too? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Those
And
are
I'm gonna
scary.
add Georgie too to the.
Oh, okay. Because I saw some of the graphics that was sent to me before. But man, this is, yeah, I'll tell you, it was scary. It was not something I wanted to watch during the evening time. I watch it during the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, very good. So where did you grow up, if I could ask? Where are
Um,
you? Yeah.
I've actually lived at this house all my life. When my dad passed away, he
Ah,
left the house for me, so I'm able to
oh,
raise my daughter in this house, which is actually pretty cool.
very nice. So what high school did you go to? What schools did you go to?
I started out at Evergreen High School,
Okay, down the road. Okay.
and
Yeah.
then I graduated at New Start High School.
Okay. Where was New Start from?
It's right up there by Salmon Creek in White Center.
Okay, okay. That was what? That wasn't. Was that a Seattle school or is it a private school?
It was a public school.
Public school. Oh, okay, all
Yeah.
right. So what school does your daughter go to then?
She goes to Beverly Park Elementary.
Ah, okay. All right, all right. Well, you're in the hood. You're in the neighborhood. You're not that far out. So South 100 is what? From 1600 South 100. You're just on the other side of. I guess you could say there's Skyway, right?
Yeah, I live
Renton.
right by South Park.
Okay, so you're South Park on the other side.
Yeah,
Okay, South Park. Wow. Okay,
I
that's
live
good.
in Boulevard Park. Yep.
Boulevard Park. Okay, that's what I was just gonna say. Boulevard Park. Well, do you expect a large crowd coming out? I know the people in the neighborhood are just probably excited to say. So, what do you think?
I'm going to prepare for a large crowd, so I'm going to
Okay,
make sure I have plenty of candy.
very good, very good. So when in your free time, what do you do in your free time? I mean, this is taking up a lot of your time. You're work at home mom, or you're, you know, that kind of thing. That seems so demeaning. You're a work at home parent. That's probably better, right? To say that like that.
Yeah, I stay home and I help my daughter now with
Okay.
her online schooling.
Yeah.
And I've been lucky to be able to stay home and take care of her all as she's been growing up. So, but
Very
when I have free time, you know, I like to just hang out with her and then play games, you know.
Well, obviously, yeah.
And I'm always planning for the holidays. I even do Christmas too, but that's a whole other thing.
Well, that should be interesting too. Again, with the pandemic. So what are your thoughts about the pandemic? I mean, are we, you know, like I said, I like to ask people what their optimism is about it. We're going to work through this. We're going to get through this, but it's going to be a tough road. They're saying this is the time of year coming up, fall, where it's going to be really hard on communities. What's your thoughts on that?
I just think it's really crazy and almost hard to believe still how all this has happened and how everything had to be shut down and all the schools had to be shut down. But I'm just hoping that everybody does their part, you know, and wears the masks and tries to stay, you know, the 6 feet away from people and stay home if they can. Because the sooner that we all just, you know, follow those rules, and the sooner it hopefully goes away and we can all get back to normal, you know.
Yeah, and especially, you know, on the kids, it's hard for them. Many of them don't understand why this is happening, and you know, kids are social animals. Me, I'm a, you know, and yeah, totally. And so that's really got to be hard on. So this is a great. What you're doing is really can at least, as they say, lift the spirits up. You know,
right? Exactly.
You know, for a lot of us, I mean, and even if it's for just a few of us, the fact that we can experience something that's fun, exciting, and scary,
right?
You know?
Yeah.
Because everything else is just you know, God, it's so hard, you know. But you know, because we also got major things going on. The census is going on. We got a presidential election coming up. All of these things. This is really a real respite from all the things that are weighing on it. You may end up seeing a lot more adults hanging out and trying to go through your house than a bunch of kids, because they really, like I said, I would love to just go through there and say, hey, you know, let's be.
I welcome anybody who wants to come.
let's be a kid again. That's very beautiful. So that's good. So did you? Let me ask you this: when you were growing up, did you have thoughts about being an entertainer, doing entertainment, you know, doing special events, things like that? Because this is taking some planning. I mean, is this just a natural thing that you do?
Well, I never thought about it growing up, but as I got older, and then once I had my daughter, I started thinking like, oh, now I can decorate and, you know, make the house look really cool for her. But then once I got to the Halloween store for the first time, I was like, well, I could really do some cool things. So I just started going crazy. And I thought, how cool would it be if I could just, like, you know, make like a haunted house and like a spook house? You know, I thought it'd be so cool.
Well, that's cool. The crew is saying they want to see me go through that haunted house, and probably the only screaming you'll hear will be me.
So, you should come.
Well, that's great. Well, thanks for the invitation. It's located at, let's get the address correct, right? 1600 or 1200. Let me go. 1200 South 100th Street. Yeah. 1200 South 100th Street, Boulevard Park.
Yep.
It's going to be, there's no charge. Come on down. Just, you know, don't scream too loud and don't get too, well, yeah, let's get scared. That's going to be. Yeah. And you're going to operate it from the 30th of October, it says, right? 30th October, from 7:30 to 10 p.m. And then on that day, Halloween, you're going to go from 6 p.m. earlier, 6 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. So again, October 30th, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then October 31st, which is, I believe, a Saturday, isn't it? 6 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. And it's 1200 South 100th Street in Boulevard Park, folks. You got to check it out. This lady and her husband, dedicating their house to impart some fun and excitement under the this pandemic. Let's get a little respite and have an enjoyable Halloween. Plus, she's giving out candy, which you don't have to go door to door trick or treating. You get a bag of candy and get to be entertained. So you say you got the hookups, some are batteries, some you got the lighting and everything like that.
I'm gonna have a fog machine too and try to make
it fog machine. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be great. Like I said, do you expect a number? I know the neighborhood knows what's going on, right? Your neighbors know all what's going on, and so
I've been sharing it on Facebook, trying to let everybody know. So I'm hoping I get, a couple hundred people. Maybe I'm planning for a lot. I'm gonna make a lot of candy bags.
I was gonna ask you, with this show, with people tuning in, they're also gonna know about it too. But you're planning for a couple hundred at least, I think, right? That's
I'm probably gonna make like 500 candy bags or so. And I'll have big bars, as backup in case I run out. So
okay, very good. And this is all done out of the goodness of your heart, you and your husband, your family, and I think it's just a great gesture to say, hey, we're all connected. We're all in this together, and this is at least all an opportunity to enjoy. It's not a Halloween, but we consider it Halloween as a holiday, but it's treated like one. It's a big event for us, Plus, I wish I was a candy manufacturer, boy. I could make some money during this period of time. But they say there's 3 times a year that people buy candy: Mother's Day, Halloween, and what is the other day? Probably
Christmas.
Yeah, probably Christmas, right? But for sure, Halloween and for sure Mother's Day. Get Valentine's Day too.
Oh yeah, of course.
You can't. But so, anyways, what is the scariest one that you've got? Are you going to have any live? I don't want to reveal any secrets, but there's a possibility you may have some live characters in there somewhere.
I'm probably not gonna have any live actors, and maybe my husband, but But I want it to be like safe and everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but maybe him, once he's done taking my daughter trick or treating, but
I mean, he's a tall. This tall guy coming out, that'd be really interesting.
But I'd have to say maybe the scariest one I have, I think it might be the Georgie animatronic, because it's a little kid with no arm. That's pretty scary, and he sounds scary too.
Oh, that's right. You got sound out there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, all the animatronics, they make sound, and some of them move. They stay moving by themselves, and they're all going to be set up and timed perfectly to scare people.
What is your favorite one? Georgie?
My favorite besides Georgie would have to be the Molly. She's a swinging doll character type thing, and she leans all the way backwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really scary.
Not the It Clown, or what's his name? What's the clown's name out of the movie?
Pennywise.
Yeah, Pennywise, and then okay.
Well, it's always hard to choose because I have so many good ones, and then these new ones I'm getting, they're going to be really fun.
All right. Oh, we're losing the sound a little bit on you, Charalyn. Are you?
Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So you say your favorite is the girl in the swing. What's her called?
I think she's called Menacing Molly.
Menacing Molly.
Yeah, but I'm getting some new ones that are pretty cool, so it's hard to choose.
I have to say, Charalyn, you have a vivid imagination. You should be a horror story writer, maybe. Have you thought about that? Huh?
That would be cool. If I was gonna do anything, it would be to work with haunted houses somehow. That'd be fun.
Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, then you could let your imagination run wild if you could.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. What does your daughter think about this? Is she excited for it?
She loves it. She is a horror fan. She loves anything scary.
Really?
She's 6 years old, and the scariest movie she's seen is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a pretty scary one for a 6-year-old, but she loves it. It doesn't scare her at all. So she's a fan.
Wow. I I remember growing up how I hated to have that closet door shut. I mean, open. We shut it. Something's
Oh
going to come out the closet. That kind of thing.
oh yeah.
I always had a flashlight under my pillow, just in case. And my yeah,
I hear you.
yeah. I mean, we all did those kinds of things. And so I guess and they say it is, believe it or not, it is healthy to get
Yeah.
scared. I mean, it just I guess it's the best way to describe it, because you could release all those whatever,
Right.
yeah. But anyways, when's the first time you went to a haunted house?
I got to go to one when I was, I think, 12, a
Oh,
teenager. It was one of the radio stations.
okay. All right. We're losing sound on you again for some reason.
Oh, is this better?
Yeah, that's better. You said you were 12 years old and you went to a haunted house. Was that here in Seattle or in this area?
Yeah, I think it was one of the radio station haunted houses.
Oh yeah, KJR, one of those. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I loved it.
And it inspired you, so you're doing your own. Again, our very special guest, and I want to make sure, is it Charalyn?
Charlyn, it's okay.
Charalyn,
Yeah.
Charalyn Easton. She's going to be operating her own and her husband's haunted house, care of their family. It's 1200 South 100th Street. The hours of operation will be the 30th of October from 7 to 10. And then on Halloween night from 6 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. on October 31st. Again, October 30th, 7 to 10 p.m. and October 31st, 6 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. They're going to have treats in a bag. They're going to keep social distancing. They're going to be guiding you through their haunted house. And it's located again at 1200 South 100th Street in Boulevard Park. So folks, this is all done out of the goodness of their family's heart. And, as I say, invite you to come on down, enjoy yourself, get scared, take your mind off of things. Yeah, please do. Right. This is really great that you're doing this. So you say, what about, you're thinking about doing something for Christmas or something, other holidays? Is this just the jumping off for other holidays you're going to be celebrating in your neighborhood?
Yes, for Christmas, we will have something where people can come walk through and take pictures with their families if they want and stuff. And
Wow.
I always have candy canes in a little box on my fence in Christmas.
Very good. Excellent. I'm still losing you on sound for some reason. You're going to be...
My internet.
You're in it. Okay. Well, you're saying that, yeah, you're going to be doing something in the upcoming holiday, Christmas holiday. And that's very good. Well, as they say, we really appreciate you coming on board, taking time out. I know you're going to be, get back to busy decorating and everything, getting ready.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much for reaching out to us. And we made, like I said, your 6-year-old daughter is going to get a kick out of this one, something she'll probably remember for the rest of her life, and that would be great.
Oh,
Again, we are talking about a neighborhood haunted house, and it'll be at 1200 South 100th Street, beginning October 30th. It'll go from 7 to 10, and the 31st from 6 to 11:30 p.m. And your hostess, there used to be a woman on TV called the Mistress of the Dark. I don't remember, Elvira, if you ever saw that show.
Yeah, I know her.
I don't want to call you Mistress of the Dark, but you'll be Mistress Easton, and you'll be your guide through this haunted house, along with your master in crime, or master of the macabre, your husband. He'll be involved too. But
of course.
This is good. This is just so wonderful.
Thank you.
I'm getting a kick out of it. Any last words you want to say? Come on, other than come on down. Anything you want to share with us? We got about a minute.
Oh, just come on down and bring your families and have fun.
All right,
get
great.
Some candy.
Yeah, bring some candy. Right. Again, October 30th, we go 7 to 10, and October 31st, 6 to 11:30 p.m. 1200 South 100th Street. This is where your neighborhood, the Easton haunted house walkthrough by the Easton family. Charalyn, and your husband's name is
Shay.
Jay. Very good.
Shay.
Shay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounds like he would be a master of the macabre. Shay, whatever with the big.
He loves it.
Yeah, well, that's great. And I see, like I say, your cohorts behind you.
Oh yeah.
Pennywise, and oh man, those are life size, exact size, huh? Life size.
Yes. Here's me standing up, and then here's Pennywise.
My gosh, they look so real.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, they're scary.
Thank you very much for sharing with us on this coronavirus special that we're doing every week. There will be another rebroadcast of this, and so we'll check it out with you, and so you know. And again, you're being brought to you by Rainier Avenue Radio.world, a coronavirus special. I'm your host today, John Yasutake, and like I said, thank you very much for sharing with us and in the invite. And I'm going to probably have to make my way out that way. I may not go all the way through. I'm kind of timid, but
you definitely should. And thank you. Appreciate it.
I will. Hey, don't be surprised if you see this mug there. All right. Thank you very much. All right.
Thank you.
We are going to be signing off. Thank you very much. And again, great effort for our community in this really trying times. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take care.
You too.